Here, boys. Come to heel. Here, boys. Come on, Rover. Come on. Some people take their dogs for a walk. Captain Mustard takes his Jack for a walk. Entering the cave, entering the cave. Captain Mustard entering the cave. He's sweeping up the floor, he's sweeping up the floor. Captain Mustard sweeping up the floor.
I don't think I'll be doing that somehow.
Taking off the gloves, taking off the gloves. Captain Mustard taking off the gloves. Taking off the gloves, taking off the gloves. Captain Mustard taking off the gloves. Oh, he's taking off his shoes. I'm not prepared.
Yeah,
I'm not prepared to sing to that.
Right, watch. Full of gravel.
The lavatory facilities are situated to the rear of the western. The lavatory facilities are situated to the rear. The lavatory facilities are situated to the rear of the western element of. To try to do a serious video, and this is the sort of thing that you have to deal with. So he's finally made it. The Honourable H.J. Rover has made it to Project Nigel headquarters. And there he is, the man himself, Corporal Custard, who even as we speak is making his own video. I'm not exactly sure what the subject will be, but I expect it'll drone on in various ways. And I thought this would be an absolutely splendid chance to talk a little with you about HJ, because being my daily vehicle and my work vehicle, he does get somewhat neglected in terms of coverage. I often speak to you about the others, we talk about the problems, we talk about the pros, the cons, and this is just the trusty workhorse who every evening takes me to work, good as gold.
Nonsense rattle that I really don't want to listen to be absolutely honest, Boaty. I want to talk about something that's a bit more interesting. Like this. Couple of observations on Mr. Boaty's car here that I think are worthwhile pointing out.
They won't be.
They are.
Do you mind? I'm talking to them.
If I ever walk around here, first thing, look at the state of these rear wheels. How filthy are those? You know, that's brake dust and there's no excuse. Do you know why? Do you know why, Mr. Boaty?
I don't know why, Mr. Boaty.
Because there aren't even any discs on the back. That's drums. There's no need for brake dust to be there. When was the last time that was cleaned?
Yesterday.
No, that's never been cleaned. That's filthy.
They were spotless when they entered your yard.
I'm not a fan of the place because of this thing here. It's kind of rather dumb back end with no handle on it and everything. So you open up the handle, you open up the boot by sticking your finger under there.
Now the great advantage about the boot on the 45 as opposed to the lesser 25 that we see over this is this. It's a hangover from the Honda days, and let me demonstrate it to you. We will open the door in the correct way with pressure there, and let me show you this. It is a little lever, and when you pull it, guess what? The boot pops open.
It doesn't pop open, does it? It's still...
And one can simply lift it in comfort like so.
Oh gosh,
now,
no posh.
Let's contrast this with the boot on this vehicle here, the lesser 25. Which does not have a handle to open it. You can only open it by using the remote. Now that's absolutely fine until the remote fails, which it has done on this one, which is why, as you can see, that piece of trim is missing there, because the only way to open the boot onto this vehicle is to go inside, take your trousers off, climb through to the back seat, remove your underpants, remove this piece of trim, and then by pressing your little tinkle against the release there, it will then pop open. Now that is not a terribly convenient way of going on, and that is just one of the reasons why the 45 is a far superior vehicle to its lesser, lower brethren, the 25. Now, what sort of man would opt for a car like this, you might well wonder? Well, that sort of man. That sort of man right there.
No, yeah, but the thing is, that is my car, but it's not one I choose to buy.
So,
The old one with an actual switch there with a button is a good thing.
so you didn't choose to buy it?
No, I didn't. No, I was basically told I should buy it because it was otherwise going to go to scrap. So yeah, there we go. Don't disturb me while I'm drinking my cup of tea. Right.
So here we have a man who is so suggestible that he purchases cars that he neither wants nor likes. Would you trust the opinion of a man like this? Did you compromise your plums, Gibbs?
Right. It's quite a nice clean car, this. And unbelievably the headlining is good. But because...
Now when you buy a car that you
because
actually
it is
choose to
a
buy and a
facelift
car that you
version.
actually like, then you can get a car that doesn't have the faults that are really quite annoying, like a sagging headlining.
Yeah, but
now,
we do have fixed
every
those,
single
don't we?
vehicle
Look at that, what
owned
kind of
by
a
this
budge up is
gentleman
that?
has a saggy headlining.
What kind of budge-
Whereas if you look at mine,
Answer the
as
question,
you can
you
see, the
weirdo.
headlight is absolutely...
Just answer the question! The question!
What was the question? I wasn't
Why have you
listening.
put that in there? Look, that he's put that in there and he doesn't think he should answer the question.
Now what we can see here is a rather neat and clever repair because the door lining was starting to come away very slightly, so that has been placed there as a mark for where the professional retrimmer, who has been booked for the 29th of February next year, to come along and refit the interior of this car in plush turtle skin.
Turtle skin.
This bit here's been replaced. So it's not even the same.
Oh, you're right, actually.
As you can see, the vehicle has had another upgrade at this point here, where a more aerodynamic roof fitting has been made to smooth the airflow around the area of the aerial, thus giving better reception for Radio 4 and the Archers.
Right, so
Next!
if I have a look inside your car here, I'm going to see that some of these vents have indeed been
Not broken.
smashed. That one's smashed, look at that. I didn't do that, that was like that already.
No, that one was actually my fault because I made the mistake of putting a phone mount in there.
That's exactly what you're not supposed to do. That one's okay, you know what.
Do you know
It's
why I put a
It's
phone
not
mount
the
in
worst
there?
car I've ever seen.
I put a phone mount in there because this is my working daily car and I like to have some in-car breasts. So I put a phone on there with my old iPhone 5, which constantly displayed a picture of my ex's bristles, and it kept me warm on a cold winter's night to have a nice pair of breasts right there just above the arches. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it did have a slightly detrimental effect on that air vent, but hey ho, nothing in this world is perfect, even breasts.
You've never deformed it. What about the one who drives it?
Oh yes. And there is no bigger tit around here than you, is there?
Bastard!
That's what you're expecting, isn't it? Hey, come on. Come back here. Come back here. Come back here. Hey, come back. I would have thought by now you'd have done something about these cloudy lenses. Look at that.
Now, I would have thought by now he would have done something about those shorts. Let's have a look at them a bit more closely. Baggy in the rear, he can fart for Lancashire.
I've almost got it. Have you got legs under there?
I'm not going there. They've seen my legs, and I did not get good reviews.
Come on, chaps, get his pants down. Next, do your parking sensors work?
Yes, 100.
Right, okay, what about these door handles?
100%.
Why are they black? Why have they got black door handles?
They're colour coded to the tyres.
Can't answer that one. What about the quality of the seats? These particular seats they're not worn out, but they're not very comfortable, are they? Are they? They're not particularly nice seats, these ones, are they?
The seats are one of the biggest plus points of the car.
No, they're not.
Incredible,
They're not.
exceptionally
They're-
comfortable
they're not
and
comfortable.
multi-adjustable in a variety of ways.
No, they're
Now,
not. They're simply not. They're the worst seats in any Rover. The old 45's got nice seats. These ones have got shocking seats. Okay? And that is that.
I have to confess, he does actually have a point there, because the seats are in one sense shocking.
End of the
As has
conversation.
been documented on my videos before, not only do my plums become compromised upon exiting the car, but the car also invariably gives me an electric shock. Every single time I get out of it, it's up, out, compromised plums, electric shock. It becomes a little wearing, but hey ho. You will find that when you are owning a semi-classic Rover, there are little foibles that you have to put up with, and compromised plums and electric shocks are just two of those. Although I can give you an update on that subject. Those of you who attended the Project Nigel meet and wife swapping event of a month ago or so will remember that I did invest in some new underpants, and they have improved the compromised plum situation quite markedly, although the electric shocks are still an issue.
All that's real, isn't it? Do it one-handed. Can't do it one-handed, I can't remember.
Yes, it's let's watch the expert getting underneath the bonnet. He has no idea where the bonnet release is.
I can't remember.
He's looking in entirely the wrong place. No, he's not going to get very far because his hands are the wrong way round, viewers, because you don't open a Rover 45 with your hands fingers up.
Because they moved it, that's why.
Tremendous. Well done, he's passed the first test.
It's what you get when you're on about 245.
So this man and his dirty car is going to be embarrassed even further now with this, possibly the grubbiest engine bay I have ever seen.
Isn't it refreshing, viewers, to see a nice standard engine bay? Now, this is how an engine bay should look.
No, it's
It's
not.
honest.
It's honest, yeah, it's honestly never been opened.
Absolutely honest.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
Driven
clear
through
that
some
this is a
massive
well-maintained, well-used vehicle.
No,
Now,
no.
I don't know about you viewers, but when I look at those videos of car shows and car meets where people open up their bonnet and their engine bay is perfect, you can tell that they have spent hour upon hour detailing and making it perfect in every way. And I'm sure that you, like me, look at that and think, you sad bastard,
Have you got oil
you
in this?
really got nothing better to do with your life than to spend hours and hours with your head inside a bloody bonnet, polishing your dipstick or buffing up your radiator cap? For goodness sake, read a book, listen to some poetry, have a fuddle with your wife's boobs.
It does now go on a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
There are better things to do than to detail an engine bay, my loves. And if you need any suggestions, just contact me at boobfuddler@500ccc.com.
He doesn't do any of these things though. That's the trouble. He's full of suggestions of things he'd like to do. In fact, it's like a bucket list. All these things he really fancies, but he's got no idea. He can't even clean his own engine. That's how bad it is. It's going well, isn't it?
No. let's play a little game. All of you people who detail your engine bays, sit down. The rest of you, I'm going to give you a little game to play. Rearrange these words into a well-known phrase. Life fucking get A. There you go. Can you work it out? Put your answers in the comments.
What? Are you looking at me or something? Are you trying to avoid looking at me? Is that what it is? Or are you looking at yourself? You need to take a good look at yourself. Do something with that hair.